Have you ever become emotionally invested in something a mere few moments after it was conceived? I was thinking of something a little bit more trivial. Oh, I'm so sorry for you.
I don't want you around me. I don't want you living in my apartment. And I will never want you around me. And I will never want you living in my...
I'm not going to spend too long on this because you might already know what we're talking about. And probably have a slight grasp on what Boldy's basics in education and learning is. But if you don't, I don't know, watch the FAF9 vid, it's probably going to be in the description. The basic premise is that you would go into a schoolhouse to collect 7 notebooks and meet a cast of crazy and kooky characters like Principal, the Broom, the Blurbles.
Give me something great.
It was originally made for a meta horror competition, which is self-aware horror like Silent Hill. It didn't win, but a Kickstarter was made, and you can guess the rest. Anywho, now for what the fandom thought of it.
Frick off, you stupid lanky!
The fandom of this game is, you guessed it, mostly children. The adults in the fandom know damn well what they were doing, such as DA Games who made this masterpiece.
Hi, I'm Baldy. Nice to meet ya. Fuck me in the ass and call me Patricia.
I love life. I'm gonna level with Chazington. I'm stealing a whole lot from him, but don't tell or I'll agree with him that the song is basically taking the game as unseriously as it possibly can. Well, it's pretty obvious with the lyrics of the song. Do you want to know who did take the game seriously? The Living Tombstone needs no introduction. I'm sure you know about them. With their FNAF songs, the first one being Song of the Century, the second one becoming a meme, and the third one also being pretty funny.
If you'll come back once more, it shall be painful, you'll see. I hope you die in a fire. Hope you'll be stabbed in the heart.
Try getting a reservation at Ham Ham Pang Pang now, you stupid bastard!
Hope you'll be taken apart. Hope this is...
Yeah, they make fancore songs, or rather did. I think they're moving on to greener pastures now, making cool original music, which is awesome. But anyway, the fancore songs were so good, but good in a way, that you'll only ever catch me listening to them in the comfort of my own home. Another thing they tend to do with these songs is, no offense by the way, do more character analysis than my English teacher about the characters in media they're singing about. Like in their song Right Now, which is playing right now, which is about Deltarune and has the character Susie talk about killing people, I guess?
I'm gonna kill you right now, buddy. I'm gonna kill you right now. I'm gonna kill you.
I think with this one the character analysis was pretty obvious because, you know, in the first game, Susie's uncontrollable and tries to fight it instead of acting. Henceforth, I'm gonna kill you right now thing. They tend to add a little bit of their own theories, headcanons, and most importantly meanings to the song, and by extension the media, which is cool. There is one song I want to focus on that will lead us back to what I was talking about with Boldy earlier, and that song is... This song is a certified hood classic. If there's something all kids can agree on, it's that we hate school. Nobody gets this better than the Living Tombstone, who made this song as one a funny Boldy fan song. The lyrics are so serious, it's about how the main character of the song, a schoolchild, sings about how much the school sucks. What's this animation? They look like wacky inflatable tube men.
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
In other words, it's about the struggles and pressures, as well as the mental abuse that the main character faces, like getting hit in the face with a wooden ruler, which, this is actually pretty morbid when you think about it. I think it was actually the Living Tombstone's way of kind of critiquing the American education system, or the education system as a whole, but you know, having that critique be a little bit over the top. Anywho, that's the main meaning of the song, I think, and you're probably wondering, or you've seen the thumbnail and already know why I'm bringing this all up. Well, you know how I mentioned that critique, but it's a bit over the top? Well, it's time to turn that critique up to 11, just like Katie did. Katie, I'm just going to say Katie, as far as I'm aware, hasn't existed for that long on YouTube, as they only joined on February 28th, 2022. That's pretty young in YouTube years, and in that time they've managed to get 207k subs, which blows my mind. But doesn't blow it that much, because holy macaroni, these animations are high quality. That video is the second highest viewed video on their channel. I'm not surprised really, because like I said, holy crap, the quality is so amazing. Quick side note, they have a Twitter, but they joined in November 2022. They posted more info about their characters, so I'll probably link that in the description. One thing I should probably mention is that they draw quite a bit of gore though, so watch out for that. Trigger warning, I guess. But yeah, everything about this, the art style, the character design, oh goodness gracious, the characters. I'm a guy who loves good character design. Hell, I'm a 1am Wolfram fan and she gets it. Or at least I'm pretty sure she said something about it, but I can't be bothered to find the clip, because I'd have to sift through more videos than I already have.
Fuck you! You fucking dick!
I love it when this happens. I love it with a burning passion. Small creators making absolute bangers. It's just amazing. It fills my heart with joy. The fact that nowadays, in such a different time to way back when in the days of Undertale, Hell of a Boss, that was like a few years ago, but who cares? I just love that we can get these new people coming out of the woodwork to show us their skills, what they're good at. I love seeing it. But I think I've gone on for a bit too long about all the other background stuff around today's main topic. Yeah, that's right. We're talking about Katie's most popular video. Nearly 7 minutes for you, but hours for me. I am so happy to say that we're talking about fundamental paper education. Fuck, wait, that's not the title of the video. "964 words and counting. I can finally talk about the main subject of the video. I love this. Begins with our main character, Claire, walking to school with a song singing about how she goes to this school every day. Then we are introduced to Miss Circle, who will 1. Stand in for Baldy in this animation, and 2. Make me question it so long to fall in love with a murderous character. We see Claire get harassed by Zip, Edward and Oliver. We then see a kid called Abby get chased, killed and eaten by Miss Circle for having a bad grade. Oh yeah, and then another girl called Lana sees this and befalls the same fate. I also just noticed that Abby's hair bow kind of looks like an apple and teaches apples. Then we get a badass shot of Circle and her colleagues, Miss Thavel, a language teacher, and Miss Bloomy, the science teacher with a badass box-coloured arm. Oh my god, Gus would be proud! Then we get these cool little scenes of school kids doing stuff. You know, chilling out at the pool, chilling out at the library. Then Claire gets dropped down the bottomless hole in the middle of the library. Then we get this mysterious shot of a door labelled Alice's room, which was hinted at the beginning of the vid. It opens to reveal a character with long arms/nails that we don't see the face of, as well as all of those little idiots, Oliver and Zip, float around looking smug, as well as a shot of Miss Circle telling us not to open said door, tell me twice, with said mysterious character that's probably the aforementioned Delta Alice walking around menacingly. Then we see Claire get chased by Miss Bloomy and Babel, who now has long arm nail thingies as well as earrings now. Then Miss Circle joins in, because Claire somehow managed to get bad grades in all 3 lessons. Get yourself together, Claire, you foolish child. Anyway, what was I saying? Claire runs for a bit, until her ankle gets cut by Miss Bloomy. Oh no! Now she's on the floor, and Miss Circle is about to smash her. The compass arm! Until Engel, which I think is angel in German and obstacle in Turkish, stops Circle from killing her by grabbing her compass, rules of nature ride style, but unfortunately is thrown to the wall before he can throw her. He tells Claire to run, she obliges, stumbles upon the corpses of Lana and Abby, who have been brutally dismembered. Then Circle gets the drop on her, but she quickly runs to a door labelled Exit. Yippee! Then the animation changes to this beautiful coloured style, and we find standing before Claire is the hash-slinging / that Delta Alice girl from before. More chasing happens as Claire runs out of the room, and the school gets flicked into this darkness as Alice chases her out and changes into a shadow form which looks badass, and Claire fails to escape and is found mutilated by her only assumed friend Engel. Then we come to those devils, Zip and Oliver, changing the Alice's room from exit to Alice's room. They are then called on the act by the teachers, and it ends as it started, with the book titled Learning is Fun closing.
And now that we have finished the synopsis of the video, how many views do you think that got? Looking at previous figures, maybe somewhere from 500k to 1 million views? Well, you're incorrect. 6.8 million. Holy guacamole. That's not even the craziest part. That would be the fact this was uploaded like 3 weeks ago at the time of writing. Might as well just say 7 million views at this point. This has also now spawned a massive fan base, as I am currently watching a video titled Fundamental Paper Education on TikTok.com, which is, at the time of writing, 35k views. I love that when I watch this again for research, I'm watching this silly little fandom thing in the corner of my screen, and the YouTube thumbnail is the most horrific entity I've seen in quite a while. Who's winning in a fight, Miss Circle or Love Thumper? Yeah, so far I've only seen some TikToks and silly little fan animation made about this, and I hope there's much more to come. This leads me to my next point, which is... how? It strikes me as amazing that something this small can get so many views in such little time, and I think it's because it struck the right notes for a YouTube audience, which has based said thing off something that was already popular before and is pretty popular to this day, and push your own neat spin on it with your own characters and stuff. It's so awesome, dude. I want to see more of this. Speaking of the characters, I want to come back to that character design thing I mentioned earlier, as I think it carries a whole lot of fandom's interest, as the designs themselves are interesting. Like, she has a compass for an arm and her name is Miss Circle. That's awesome! Whoa! Whoa, he's got a piano in his hair and a musical note on his shirt. He must be a music teacher. Oh look, he's got an A+ in his hair. He must be an absolute bastard, and that's why we love him. Also, the way it's presented may be a pretty large reason to why it's doing so well. Most of the vid is animated in this lovely Paper Mario-esque way. I absolutely love it. The art style reminds me of Sonicans, and near to the end, it changes and it looks amazing. Also, the way I found out about this entire thing was from a mod for Poldy Basics that someone was developing that made it so it was an FPE overhaul, including changing Poldy's speech from the start of the game or whatever to the same text-to-speech used by Miss Circle in the original video. Good lord, it's coming full circle. Shout out to Video Musirka for making this and telling me what this is in a YouTube video about said mod. Also, he said something in the comments about it being a series, which, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me! Yeah, love that this kind of thing can happen and a bunch of people online can collectively share their brainwash about this silly little series. But I'm not going to pretend it's all good, there is some stuff that is to be expected. Although I certainly wasn't expecting Noodle Feeding Monkey to do a Gacha-like reaction. What the fuck? Yeah, there's a pretty few Gacha-like reacts, but I don't mind that as much as I mind Demon Tart. And then there's even worse. And final, I love that people out there are so creative and they just do stuff like this and spawn a whole fandom. I think I've said all that I wanted to say, and yeah, this video is just me telling you about it and giving a very small opinion on it. And I'm not planning on making any money off of it, but I just really wanted to talk to someone about it, or I suppose a YouTube audience. Even if this video is going to get, like, no views. But if it does, and I get Katie's attention, please give us something in your mind.
Someone who knew me or someone in uniform, I really don't belong here. I know you've heard the tune